Let's go to Glue Hive. I think we went here before, but if Ruki's got, some intuition about the place, let's do it. You touch down in the heart of Yomer Valley, where first you faced the Fate and the Dissidents. You briefly wonder where they might be now and how they fare. You now have a little time before having to set forth by land. Alright. Ooh, okay, we got a challenge and some lore. So let's do both of those things. Let's do the Book of Rites real quick. Yomer Valley. In the words of Molten Melithe, the downside prairie first appears serene. It is not. The soil there accommodates only the region's brutish native vines and overbrush. The most likely food sources prove poisonous. Thus we journeyed further north. The climate grew fouler to my senses, though the Cur Yomer found it amenable. This sprawling valley, pocketed with long evaporated lakes, gives evidence to the monstrosities which roam this land. We found the region's western edge to be more pleasant on the whole. Therein we found sources of fresh water, whereas over to the east we found the edge of the land's most hideous decay. Alright. Ooh, I got 2 trials. What brings you? What's up, girl? You know, my lovely reader, I must admit that I did not expect your little followers to be quite so receptive to instruction as thus far they have proved. I know not whether they owe it all to you, or have somewhat more to them than I was first inclined to think. In any case, however, I am pleased that they are not entirely disgraceful. I like to keep my expectations well in check, seeing as I have been thus expelled until the end of time, so it is pleasant when those expectations are exceeded every now and then. Yeah, I gotta break up the monotony. Although I cannot quite recall when that last was. But the best part of all of this are these brief times in which you visit me in my domain. I know you cannot for long. This damned crystal in which I am enthralled shall see to that. Oh, I like spending time with you too, Sandra. Though, as you have perhaps surmised, whenever it decides that one of your little friends is worthwhile enough, why, I can offer them a trial, and likewise I can offer you a chat. Sometimes I think as you achieve those trials of mine, perhaps it does something to trim the length of my eternal banishment. Eternity being what it is, however, perhaps not. Man, what torture. It's nice to be able to help someone, though. Sometimes people just need a conversation. They're going through something hard. Give them a little attaboy talk. Let them know that suffering sucks. Give them a little fun. Something to break up the boredom. Means a lot. Still, if the trophies of those blasted scribes are worth something to you, then all you need is but to brave my trials, and they can be yours. And perhaps there's good in it for me as well. I would do it if only it was good for you, Sandra. I don't need external rewards. The reward is internal. When something changes in her, she changes the subject. I've likely said too much. I am not to influence your use of the Beyonder Crystal. It is not there to be tampered with by anyone, including me. Forget what I said. She's scared of opening up. Let's do a couple trials. Then who exactly do you have in mind? We got Pamitha and Kay. Alright, let's do Kay first. You asked Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Kay. I must admit I do sense something from that one. I once had a wild heart myself, quite like her own. We shall see if there is more to her than that. Let us bring her forth. Soon Kay arrives in heat of the summons. The scribes, I think that if I listen carefully that I can hear them calling out to me. You always say that, though. You always say that. Alright, what challenge do we have in store for us now? The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, girl. The place where you reside at present has but a single rule, which is, you answer to me here. Wow, okay, I will. Alright. Such naive enthusiasm. Now be silent. It is plain to me that you have much to learn as yet about the rites, but you have learned something. I would see you prove it, without the benefit of anyone save for your reader. She's so tough on them for a good reason. She wants to train them, make sure they're capable, but then she's very open to us. We're breaking that hard, crunchy, soon exterior and finding the cushy, soft nougat whatever's inside a Three Musketeer sticky goodness on the inside. Okay, are you out there to help me with this, miss? I am indeed. Little Tizos. Alright. Oh, uh-oh. This is all just a practice. This is just a warm-up. This is, the only time I actually have to, prove proficient at the game. And I'm embarrassing myself. Sports ball. We're gonna play some motherfucking sports ball. This is awful. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. I forgot she's got like startups and stuff on hers, so I need to get a little more used to that. I usually don't play with K. This is not good. Okay. This is great. All according to plan. This is great. Everything's fine. The more I say it, the truer it becomes. They're so skittery. They're so swift. How can I do anything against something so swift? Alright, here we go. Okay. Come on. Damn it. It's a good thing they don't do a lot of damage. Here we go. Okay. Jeez! He exploded with the force of a... something. What explodes a lot? Other than a bomb. I feel like I could be a little more creative than that. Oh. Just right there. They edged me. This sucks. My dad does explode quite a bit. It's a good thing we wrote them out, so I don't have to deal with that anymore. Hopefully I don't explode as much. I like to think I do a good job. I'm sorry, I just thought I could do better. As expected, the Moontouch girl is not fully competent. That's mean. I would tell you not to waste my time, girl, but the truth is, my time is there for you to waste. You can do better. It's been like a week and a half since I played. Still gotta remember what all the things do. The zoo was good. Got to see, the panda for the first time, which was really incredible. He really, really enjoyed it. It was worth it for that. But it's a vacation, so there are always stressors involved. But honestly, it was a lot of fun. The Riverbank Zoo in South Carolina was so much better than I expected. I was really impressed with it. They had a bunch of really beautiful exhibits. Like an indoor aviary that was super nice with like penguins and stuff. I like it when I can be surprised. What else was really good? We went to the aquarium like on a whim. Because, damn it, one of our plans got messed up because of weather. That was tough, but we got to see some whale sharks. That was really nice. some eels. I really like eels, so that was cool. Yeah, we didn't have time to stay for a long time. But it was crowded as hell. Like overwhelmingly so. But of course it was very nice. It's a beautiful aquarium. But like by the end of it we were just like, oh my gosh, we need to get out of here for sanity's sake. I always wanted to do the whale shark experience. It's pretty expensive, but I mean, it seems like it would be like totally worth it. How often can you say that you've swam with the biggest fish in the ocean? I'd say very few people get to experience that. Hell yeah. Yeah, and like considering how the oceans are polluted and gross, and like it'd be hard to do that in the wild, in the real world. So you might as well do it now and at least support the conservation efforts. I mean, I'm a biologist. I'm a scientifically minded person. I don't want the animals to be in the zoo. I want them to be out in the wild. But let's face it, we're not doing a good enough job maintaining the wild. So we gotta support the animals however we can. And if that's how you do it, then that's how you do it. I must admit that you did better than I expected, girl. You have passed this trial. So some congratulations are in order to you and also to your lovely reader. Now farewell. Thank you, Sandra. I'm going to hold on to that thanks. Keep it close to my heart. Did I manage all of that, miss? Because I hope I didn't. Wow. What is that you have there? Kaelmer's anklet. The royal trader's hollow band ensured the Sisters of the Arch were to carry out their mission. After Kay casts her aura, you can bounce off objects and solid surfaces. That's awesome. Good job, Kay. I actually think we had another. Back so soon. Okay, no change. Can't talk to her and just chat it up for a little bit. But I think we have another trial. For Pamitha. You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials to Pamitha. Oh, you mean that feisty harp? She may yet be taught some manners, I should think. I shall attempt to bring her down to size. Let us bring her forth. Bring her down to earth. Soon Pamitha arrives in heat of the summons. You called for me, reader darling. Oh. My heart goes aflutter every single time she calls me darling. This little JPEG image just really hits me. Oh, it's that crystal. Then let's hash it out. I'm ready. High mobility. But yeah, exactly. I'm all aflutter because she's a bird lady. And I'm a massive simp. The apparition, Sandra appears, unfastens her mask. Listen well, harp, you answer to me here. Ooh, a bossy one. Sure, then go on and tell me more. Oh my, I need to be bossier. I've been so busy, like, being a freaking cuck that Pamitha might not like me. I need to be a little more confident. I need to be confident. I can do this. Look at me. Look at me. I ooze this is confidence. I assume. Such a delightful student for a change. Come then, let us see what you can do. Left to your own devices, save for your reader's vigilance, of course. Let's show her what she wants to see then, reader darling. Maybe Pamitha just likes me the way I am. I could do for some confidence, though. I think that's fair. Oh, gotcha, bitch. Okay, so I can, like, flutter, but they can do that. Okay. Ah, ah, ah. Leave me alone, leave me alone. Hell yeah. Right there on the rim. Look at that rim. Whee! This is going better. And I'm definitely going to jinx it. Yeah, see? See? That was close. You know, I'll give it to him. That was me being nice. You know. There we go. Gosh, the harps are so much fun to play. It's just so much easier. Like, who would have guessed that having a shield and being able to fly makes the game, like, simple. And that's why I actually love Pamitha. Because I can actually win. There now, is everybody happy? Oh, happy as can be, my doubtless pretty harp. So good of you to ask. On top of that, your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. Okay. Yeah, exactly. I like nests. I like building a big, like, blanket pillow thing and just, like, getting in there. And see, the good thing, I'm gonna go off on a slight biology tangent here, but I promise it will circle around. Birds, parental care is important because neither the male or the female have any, like, outright advantageous benefit that makes them better at caring for the young. It's not like in mammals, where the female has the obvious, like, breastfeeding aspect that gives them, like, slightly more importance when it comes to food for the young. But because birds don't do that, either parent is capable of providing for the child, whether it's sitting on the egg or going out and feeding or teaching calls, anything like that, which is also why birds, like those penguins, can have same-sex relationships, because there's nothing, like, inherently valuable about being male or female after the egg has been fertilized. Bird facts. Exactly. So I feel that in my soul, because I am a stay-at-home bird dad. My wife brings home more money. I'm good with kids, so it makes more sense for me to stay home. I'm a bird. I think the plumey thing is really starting to catch on. I think I might actually be a bird person. Gay bird facts. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Are there any other thoughts I had about birds? I like birds a lot. Hashtag bird dad. Hashtag bird dad. I found my calling. See, I am supposed to be with Pamitha. It all makes sense. Biologically, socially, intimately. Birds mate a little bit differently, but I feel like we can get around that. A little bit of creative nest play, and I think it'll be all right. It's my calling. Man, you are punning me just to sweet, sweet laughter. Thank you, Chef Ray. My, that Sandra sure could use a massage or something. So angry, isn't she? I feel like I could give a good massage to a bird. Like their arm, wing, shoulder things, like those probably get tired really quick. And I like giving back rubs and massages. I think I can do it. Say, what's that you have there, darling? Triesta's plume. While flying, after dousing the adversary's pyre, Pamitha may instantly return and deal 3 extra damage. Awesome. She could no longer fly, and yet her tears she shed for her assailants, for they could cry no longer. See, that's something I like. Having not necessarily pity for your enemies, but like understanding them and having empathy. Empathy is important. I'm going to go ahead and equip everybody with their new stuff. Pamitha is the Moon Crest, but I want to give her this. And I want to give Kay her new thing. Can I upgrade those? No, okay. That's fine. Does everybody have something? I feel like everybody's got something. Everybody's getting something. Cool. All right. Explore Glue Hive. So adhesive. You end up spending part of the day with Rookie exploring the area surrounding your wagon. You learn this area used to be a swimming hole many years ago. I knew some curs used to go swimming around here. Did some horrible things to their coats. I bet. It's called Glue Hive. Your lasting memory of the place is standing by the shore, imagining the feel of the waters. As you head back in silence, you consider which of your vocations to pursue. I love talking to everybody. Rookie! Oh, I love his little whisker mustache. This brings me joy, seeing his little smile. You find Rookie having just put back his Greentail family portrait. There is something of a wistful look in his eye. That's right, we saved his family. Then something comes over him and he moves in close, lowering his voice. Look, sister, I gotta level with you about something real quick. Truth is, I haven't been entirely upfront with you about my family situation. He hesitates a while, then. We ain't exactly quite as rich as I've been letting on. I mean, we do just fine. We got lots of money stored away. It's just mostly locked up in a savings bond, and he seems to catch himself in the middle of another tall tale and relents before you can respond, one way or another. The situation is my mom back on the other side. She needs a little bit of help, financially and otherwise. All she's got now are my knuckle-headed uncles to keep her steady. Well, we paid off your debt. We gave Barker Ashpaws $4, and he said everything was okay. Always told her I'd make something of myself, you know. I was just a clerk in our shop. Things started getting tough for us, so I started looking for all kinds of different work. Got in with some unseemly sorts, I guess, but the pay was real good. We took to shipping certain types of stuff down here, of all places, fishing it straight down the river, watertight. The pay was right. Mom was so proud of me. We were eating real good all the time. Oh, he just wants to take care of his mom. But you can probably guess what happened. I barely scraped by after they flushed me down here. Would have been food for a bunch of howlers had Jody not bailed me out of a tough spot one fine evening. As for my mom, she doesn't know the half of it. My uncles told her I'm away on business. Not entirely untrue, I guess, but if she knew, it'd break her poor heart. So, don't know how else to put this, sister, but I want to get out of here. Get back to what I was doing back home. On the straight and narrow, though. I'd go straight this time, for sure. It's like that conundrum, like, do you steal bread to feed your family? Is it a crime? If someone's stealing something like a necessity, especially for like a child, food for a child, food for your family, diapers, medicine, like, the corporation's going to be fine. You didn't see anything. They can take the hit. And maybe they can just subtract it from their massive CEO, billion-dollar salary or whatever they get for doing nothing. I'd steal a family to feed my bread habit. I mean, you get a focaccia will take you places, man. Nice brioche. Oh yeah, with the butter in there. I can understand. What if you steal a family? I'm just spitballing here. Steal a family. Teach the family how to make bread. Unlimited bread. This is sounding like a pyramid scheme or something, but you pay them. They get to keep the bread too, and any of the profits you make, you send back to your family, and they can spend it however they want to keep themselves safe. Getting off on a tangent, obviously, but Rookie's a businessman. He understands. Just don't go telling everybody that old Rookie Greentail's just a mama's boy, okay? I got a certain reputation to uphold. It's okay, Rookie. He quickly scampers out I love how they use dog words with him. He scampers out the door. Hopefully it wasn't a sliding glass door. His past has been weighing heavily on him, but you sense he was sincere about wishing to lead an honest life. He's a good boy. Alright, so what changed with Rookie's bio? give the family bread, feed them for a day, kidnap a family, and teach them to make bread, they feed you for life. Exactly. This is the calm. Everybody learns this. You get into 4th grade and you learn about the story. I shouldn't even be talking about it because we all know the tale. Let's see. So what changed about Ruki? We learned his star sign. He was born on the 4th of the 4th moon. He is active and outgoing. Indeed. He barely made a living as a trader in the Commonwealth, trying to provide for an aging mother and several good-for-nothing uncles, until he found a much more lucrative clientele among those exiled to the downside. So he was trying to, it was, maybe lacking a little in scruples, but he was trying to feed people in exile. Yeah, he made himself comfortable along the way, but both of his motives were good. He was helping people who needed it, presumably, and doing it so he could help his mom. He's a good guy. Who's a good boy? To them, he would ship various commodities, but just as things were looking up, he was finally caught and cast down the river. There, after Jody saved him from a pack of howlers, he promised to repay her. So his crime was smuggling, an illegal operation shipping contraband to the downside. As mercy guides our hand, we spare your lives, but rid ourselves of you. His alleged motive was self-gain. The records state he sought to undermine the social fabric of the Commonwealth. That is untrue, so big surprise, the corrupt government was willing to falsify records. Ruki is an Aries. I'm not familiar enough with zodiacs, but I'll take your word for it. Who needs some tutelage? I'm going to go with K. Yours is pretty low. You would teach me more about the rites? You asked K to explain to you in her own words the histories of the 8 scribes, and speak to how their varied backgrounds form the basis of not just the rites, but for the Commonwealth. Different people bring different strengths and perspectives, and you can use that to make something diverse and interesting and stronger than the sum of its parts. I know they must be watching still. I know it. You do believe in them as well, don't you? I mean, we're seeing their deeds, and I'm reading their book. I don't see why I shouldn't believe in them.